Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. And today in this video I'm going to give you my weekly tarot forecast and advice, and this video is going to be for the week starting from December 27th until January 2nd. We are finishing this year of 2021. We're finishing this December of 2021. We are moving into January. We are moving into 2022. So this video is going to be about what should every zodiac sign expect next week, things to consider, and I'm gonna give you my advice. Okay, so let's start with the first one, and the first one we have Aries. So what should Aries expect in the next week? And for Aries we have 8 of Wands, and so when it comes to the 8 of Wands, as you can see, there is nobody on this card. There is no person. There are no people here, meaning that this week it is better to hide, be quiet, don't really do the things, don't be very active at all. It's just better to get down somewhere in order not to get under this 8 wands which are coming in your direction, which are coming over you. And in order to avoid this one of this 8 wands to drop on your head or crash on your head, it is better to hide, it is better to stay at home, it's better not to go out and not socialize with the people. So the quieter you are, the less actions you actually make, the better it is. So that's why next week it is not week for new beginnings, for new starts, not yet. It's better to be quiet. It is better to observe, to listen, just seeing the things around you, maybe actually to analyze your year, because it's the end of the year, maybe analyzing everything, coming up with new strategies, coming up with the plans for 2022, but not yet to act, not yet to actually going and executing all those goals. So next week it is better to be quiet and take it very easy. Do not speed things up, and do not go outside and communicate with lots of other people, because there is a high chance you may get under this 8 wands, and if one of these 8 wands crash on your head, nothing good is going to happen. So that's why when you don't act, there is a higher chance that you will avoid lots of mistakes. There is a higher chance that you won't be in this kind of situations where you will be destroyed or where you will have some crashes and problems. So it's better to stay at home, better not to do anything. Take it easy, take it slow, analyze, strategize, analyze everything what's happening right now. By the end of the year, maybe the week later, starting from January 3rd, is going to be more about the executions and actions, but this week, not yet. Be quiet, don't be active at all. Okay, next one we have Taurus. And for Taurus we have 9 wands. And when it comes to 9 wands, when you look at the card, you can actually see a person whose head, you have a bandage all over the head. He's holding and he's waiting for the worst things to come. He already has been through a lot of things in his life. He has been through lots of negative events in his life, lots of conflicts potentially with the people, lots of arguments with some groups of people. Maybe it can be your teammates or colleagues or some relatives, I don't know, but it's been just enough of conflicts for you, and now you are standing and holding this one wand, waiting for the bad things to come. And the key idea here is that do not take other problems, do not take care of other people's problems, do not deal with other people's problems. Why? Because you have enough on your plate. You have enough of your personal things you have to take care of, to solve some problems, to come up with certain solutions. but it's just not a perfect time. It's not a good time at all to go and help others, to take care of others in terms of they're trying to help them to solve their problems. I don't know, whatever is going to come up at the end of the year, because it's the end of the year. Lots of things are usually happening, lots of chaotic things are happening, and so it's better not, it's just better to take care of yourself first, rather than going and dealing with other people's problems. You have enough of your things in your life, so do not waste your energy, do not waste your resources. When you look at yourself, you already got enough. There are lots of other things on your plate. It's just like there's no place for anything else. So another point you should consider this week, when it comes to actually making decisions, when it comes to setting up your goals for the new year, let's say, you should ask and focus on your past, especially your past fears, and ask yourself, am I too focused on my past? Am I too attached to my past? Is it hard for me to get rid of the old things in my life, old people in my life, when we don't have connection with those people anymore? Is it easy for me to move on from whatever happened within this year or not? Or I'm getting too attached to the emotions, to the feelings which were in the past? So past fears, past emotions and past attachments can actually stop you from moving forward and from achieving your goals, and from setting your goals for the new year and analyzing the year of 2022, let's say, and moving to 2022. My forecast actually is pretty focused today on the end of the year and start of the new year, so I'm trying to come up with an examples which would be relevant to you. Maybe there were something in the past, something happened, you failed, and now you are afraid of failure and you do not want to set up new goals, and you cannot move forward because you failed in the past, and all those past feelings and past emotions, they do stop you from moving forward, and they do stop you from achieving all your goals. And people, let's say you broke up with a partner several months ago, now you cannot move forward and you cannot live fully in your life. So ask yourself about past fears, past emotions, what actually stops you from moving. And this week is overall for you, my dear Taurus, it is good for new opportunities. So again, do not be afraid of new opportunities. Whatever is going to come up to you, be very open towards anything, towards meeting new people. Do not be afraid. That's it. Like, yes, they maybe have been certain conflicts, but you're waiting for the worst things to come and you're prepared for some negative things to happen, but that's it. That's it. Nothing bad is gonna happen. And another thing for you is about your expenses, about your income. So make sure your expenses do not exceed your income. So plan your budget wisely, especially I know in December we spend a lot of money on Christmas and New Year's presents, so if you can plan everything out properly, I mean in the end of the month, in the end of the year, and plan everything out for January, it would be great, it would be amazing. But overall this week, do not be afraid of anything. Do not let past emotions and fears take over you. Do not get attached to whatever happened. It happened, let's move forward. You learned from the past, and if you don't know what you learned from the past, go back to the past, analyze what you learned, and then forget about it and move forward. Only go back to the past if you want to analyze it, if you want to analyze your mistakes and you want to analyze your lessons, but do not get attached to your past. Okay, next one we have Gemini. For Gemini, we have the Justice, the major arcana number 8. So hard week for Gemini, not an easy week. It always brings some problems, some tension within the official relationship. So it can be marriage, it can be also common-in-law, or if you have been with a partner for quite some time. So pay attention to your relationships, to your love relationships, to your family relationships. There might be certain difficulties, some arguments, some problems, but When you look at Justice, you can see that she has weights in her hand, and it means that you can balance everything out. Just remember, when you feel that your dialogue with a person is moving in the direction, or negative direction, the direction of conflict, just try to pause and try to not continue going into this fight, but try to pause and analyze and just say yourself, I'm quiet, I'm in peace, I can balance this out, I can figure it out. Because this week is going to be very easy for you to break these things, especially the relationships. So pay attention to that, and pay attention how you talk to people, how you communicate with them, and try to balance everything out. You can do that. You have the weights, and you can actually balance the things out. When it comes to the sword in her hand, she can easily get rid of the things, because if you actually decide to go into a fight and make some decisions, if she cuts something, she cuts it completely. There is no way back. That's the thing. Whatever you say, whatever you do this week, it's gonna come back to you very fast, and there's no way back. You cannot turn back and change the things. If you decided, you decided. So that's why be very careful in your actions, be very careful in whatever you say, how you behave, because Justice, it is also about all the karmic lessons, and karmic lessons are about cause and effect. So whatever you put into this world, especially this week, you're gonna instantly get it back. If you put positive energy into this world, you get positive energy back. If you put negative, you get negative back. So that's why this week, be very cautious and pay attention to whatever you say, whatever you think, even, and especially how you act, because it's very important. The consequences, they're gonna come very instantly and fast to you. Cause and effect is gonna happen pretty fast for you within this week. And remember about the sword, remember about the weights, remember that you can balance everything out. Just pay attention to everything. Do not make rash decisions. Think before you actually go and act. But overall, it's a bit challenging week. It's a bit hard week. But again, it all depends on your attitude, how in your behavior towards the world, toward the other people. Okay, but not easy. Be ready that it's not going to be an easy week for sure. And next one, we have Cancer. For Cancer, we have the High Priestess. And for the High Priestess, it is important for you, my dear Cancer, this week to be quiet. Listen to your intuition. When you look at her, when you look at the card, you can actually see that she is sitting here, and we have black and white. Why is it black and white? It is again about the fight between black and white, whatever is right, whatever is wrong in life. So whatever you're doing right, whatever you're doing wrong in life. So this week it is more about observations. It is more about sitting, being quiet, being very passive. She is not active. She is more about passive things. She is sitting. Some people are coming to her asking for advice, but she sits and gives the advice. She doesn't make any movements. She's sitting and waiting for the things to come to her. So that's why do not go and act and be very active in general this week. The things which are right for you, which are yours, are gonna come to you. The right people are gonna come to you. The opportunities, they're gonna come to you. You just need to be very passive and wait for them and listen to your intuition. She is very about the inner God. If something seems to you that it's not like something weird or whatever, maybe you have to listen to yourself. If you feel like you don't want to go somewhere, like, I don't know, it's just like you inner God, you just feel like I don't know, your intuition is saying that you shouldn't go there. Just probably maybe the time not to go and sit and wait. When it comes to intuition, some people, they messed up the word and the term of intuition. And intuition is that when you suddenly have some thoughts, when you suddenly have some ideas, just in a sudden moment, and you don't know why and how they came, you cannot explain them, they just came to you. I don't know, they don't come 5 minutes later, the situation, they don't come 30 minutes later, the situation happened, or you started thinking about it. They come instantly. I don't know, you are driving and your GPS navigator is telling you to turn right, but suddenly, I don't know, you decided, somebody like told you, you just got this idea in your mind that you should go straight. Just go straight, right? So listen to your inner guide, listen to your intuition. Try to avoid logic at all. This week is not about logic. So what's the difference between intuition and logic? Let's say you're going to New Year's dinner and you open your wardrobe and you have 2 dresses, and one dress with a long sleeve and in a black color, another one is a short sleeve with a short sleeve and a red color. And logic would be that you will start thinking, okay, the dinner event, the dinner party is going to be inside, so probably short sleeves would work better, but the red is too attractive and it's too bright, maybe the black one would be better. So this is when you think logically. The intuition, when you come, you open a wardrobe, you just grab a dress and you go. That's it. Like, I just think that this dress would work. Let's go. You don't think about anything. You don't think about would be it appropriate, would the color work, would it work for the weather conditions or not. You just go grab it and that's it. And that's your intuition. So try to listen to your intuition, try to listen to your inner voice, observe the things around you. Some answers may come to you. Whatever you've been thinking about for a long period of time, she can give you all the answers. But only being quiet, only focusing on whatever is happening inside of you and listening to yourself, you can find those answers. You can actually listen to them. Because if you are in chaos and you're running somewhere and you're working crazily and you're running from one place to another place and doing some extra stuff as well on the side, when she comes and gives you answers, there is a high chance that you're gonna miss them. Alright, so the more connected you are with yourself, so that's why meditations can help and going for a walk by yourself can help. The more time you spend with yourself and being very passive, being as an observer, the better it is this week. Less actions, more observations, and everything is going to be good. Okay, the next one we have Leo. And for Leo, we have Page of Wands. For the Page of Wands for Leo, Page of Wands, he is very loyal. He is very honest. And first of all, he is very honest with himself. And of course, then with other people. But whatever is happening this week, whatever you think, first of all, be honest with yourself. Also try to avoid lying to other people. Do not lie to them. Do not try to trick other people. Continue being honest with yourself and other people. That's kind of your motto for this week. Honesty and loyalty towards people and towards whatever you do. Especially for the Page of Wands, he is about work, related to work. He is very nice and play to have. He is very honest. He does and completes all his tasks. He takes care of all his responsibilities. He completes everything on time. And the problem is that what can be the problem for you, maybe not for employer, but the problem for you is that he is underpaid. He is undervalued for the amount of things you do, for the amount of efforts you put and time and all your resources. You're not getting paid enough. And this is kind of sign for you, I don't know, if you provide your services, it is a sign for you maybe in the new year. In this video I come up with some New Year's examples. Maybe in the new year, in 2022, in 2021, this week you can analyze your prices, and maybe coming to the 2022, you can increase the price for your services. I don't know, you've had the same price for quite some time, and maybe this is the time right now to increase it. Maybe you've been getting underpaid. So you have to know your worth, know your value, and do not let other people to not appreciate you, not to pay you enough for the amount of skills you have, for the amount of job you do, for the amount of responsibilities, tasks you complete. So maybe it is time to actually first think about the job you do and the money you are getting paid. Is it a good match, or is it probably a time to change something? Maybe it's a time to change the job, maybe it's time to go and ask for a higher salary, let's say, or bump your prices if you are self-employed and you provide some services to people. So this week it is kind of a sign for you that they are not on the same level. There is no balance between how much work you put in energy into whatever you get as an outcome. There is no balance between giving and there is no balance between receiving, right? So think about that, think about how it can get changed. But overall this week, do your work in a good level, complete all the tasks, do all your responsibilities, and be very honest towards other people, and first of all with yourself. Do not lie to others. Try to avoid that. Try not to do that at all, even if you feel like you have to. It is always better to tell the truth. Please tell the truth, even if it's not what people want to hear. It is better to tell them the truth and be honest with people, and be honest first of all with yourself. Okay, that's kind of my key advice for you. Next one we have Virgo. For Virgo we have the Fool, the major arcana number 22. This week, my dear Virgo, it is all about freedom. It is all about feeling this, feeling free, feeling independent, feeling without certain limitations in life. So if you actually feeling limited in life, if you have some limiting beliefs, or if somebody is limiting you, you actually have to think about it. If you feel like that, if you feel like you cannot go and express yourself freely, maybe this week it is time to think about, like, who is limiting me? Is it me who limits myself in certain actions because I have some limiting beliefs and I cannot move forward? Or I have other people who are limiting me. But overall this week it is about feeling of freedom, feeling of doing whatever you want in life. Don't take things seriously. He is the Fool. Sometimes he may think very immature. Sometimes he doesn't care about the things. He doesn't take them seriously. So this week it's kind of a sign for you. Maybe just start taking things seriously in life. Sometimes maybe you are too focused on this thing. Sometimes you're too serious about whatever is happening in life. Take it easy this week. Let sometimes some things go. If whatever happens this week, some situations where you will have to make choices, don't take them seriously. There is nothing to worry about. There are no problems. Sometimes it's just you who over exaggerate these things. Sometimes it's just you who puts so much energy and resources and time into the things which actually do not need that much of the energy and resources. You take some things very seriously, and this is a sign for you that let it go. feel he is very infantile sometimes. He is a fool. He doesn't care about anything. So have this feeling this week, feeling of freedom, feeling of doing the things you truly enjoy doing in life. And he is also good for some travels. He is good for going from one places to another places, traveling, exploring new places, new opportunities. I don't know, if you have been feeling limited at your work, this is a time maybe to quit it and start something new, and start new adventures, start new jobs, start new opportunities. Just do not be afraid of anything. If you have decided that you want to quit, go and quit it, and that's it. So overall, it is good and nice week for Virgo. Just do not be afraid of the things which are happening in your life, and have this feeling of freedom, have this feeling that only you can decide what you do in life. Nobody else can tell you that. Only you take responsibilities over your life. Only you set up all those limiting beliefs in your life. It's just you. You create your own life. You create all these opportunities. You create whatever is around you. And there's nobody else. There's nobody else. It's just you. Do not blame other people. Do not put all your responsibilities on them and decisions on them. It's just you and only and only you. So feel this freedom and go and explore this world and explore all the opportunities in this world. Okay. Next one we have Libra. For Libra, we have the Temperance, the major arcana number 14. And for Temperance, for Libra, for you this week, it is better to be quiet. Take it very slowly. Just remember, everything, whatever is happening, it's the way it is supposed to happen. Do not try to speed things up. Yes, it may seem very slowly to you, but it's totally fine. It is totally okay. There is nothing to worry about. That's why this week it is better not to start anything new. Do not start any new projects. Do not start any new things in your life. Just like everything is gonna be very slowly. So you have to learn this week how to be patient. Yes, it is like this, but everything is good. Do not try to go against the flow. When you look at the card, you can see there is water in the river here. So on the river, it's the flow. So do not go against the flow. Go with the flow. And when you go with the flow, just enjoy this time. Yes, it is slow, but enjoy this slow times and enjoy this slow life and the slow speed and all the processes. Nothing bad is happening. Everything is good. It's nothing to worry about. When we also look on the Temperance, you can see, as I've said earlier, water, and you can see the nature on the card. So this week it is nice to go outside, spend some time in the nature, go for a walk, go somewhere next to the water, to the lake, to the ocean, or potentially maybe go to the spa outside in the nature somewhere, or like some hot springs, let's say. So just stay connected with your nature, be somewhere close to the water, because they can help you to stay calm, not to rush anywhere, be quiet and be connected with yourself. But overall for Libra, it is a nice week. Nothing bad is happening. It is just slow times. It's not a time to start anything new. Again, my examples with a new year, let's say it's the end of the year, it's better to take things slow, analyze your year, but not making any actions. Maybe the week later, starting from January 3rd, you could actually start something new, but now it's slow week. Maybe you have to get prepared for the crazy week and crazy year to start. We will see this later in my next week forecast. But this week is just slow processes. Nothing new should be started within this week. Okay. Next one we have Scorpio. And for Scorpio, we have 8 of Cups. So a bit challenging week for the Scorpio. And why is it challenging? Is that you are thinking right now a lot about your goal. You think a lot about the process you've been going through for quite some times. And let's say when you look at the card, and we have mountains, we have the peak, and he has been walking for quite some time. So let's say here's your end goal, and you are in the middle somewhere here, and you've been going through some things in your life, you're making some decisions in your life for quite some time, or doing some projects, and now you're close to the top, you're somewhere here, but it's kind of a period for pausing. It's not the ending yet. Just remember that it's not the ending yet. Why you might have this pause is that because you have some doubts, you're not sure should you continue going up or should you go back. You're not sure whether or not it is the right decision, whether or not you are moving in the right direction, whether or not you should continue doing that or not. Let's say you have been thinking about, or you have been doing some project for quite some time, and now you're kind of in this stage where there is a pause, and you're not sure, like, should I pursue going, or maybe I should quit. The project hasn't been doing good, I'm not sure. So you have these lots of doubts, you have lots of these thoughts that maybe it's time to go back and go down. I'm not sure if I should continue in this, moving in this direction. The good news for you is that if you continue going up, the results are gonna over exceed your expectations. You're gonna be so satisfied with the end result. You're gonna be so happy with the end result. It's gonna be even better than you expected. You're gonna get, I don't know, if you continue my example with the project, if you continue going up and you get to the top, you expected that your project is gonna launch, let's say, in one country, but suddenly something happens and it's getting launched in extra countries and more countries than you expected, and more places than you expected. So it's just like kind of an idea that if you continue going, the results are going to be great. You're gonna be happy with the results. You are gonna be satisfied with the results. You should continue going. My advice for you is that you should continue going, because better thing awaits you. But it's just inside of you, you are not confident in your decision. You have so many doubts. Let's say, I don't know, you have been thinking about moving from one place to another place. You kind of got to the stage, okay, all the way up, you thought, okay, I'm moving. I decided I'm moving. Now you're in a state like, I'm not sure, should I move or not? Maybe it's not the best decision. Maybe it's not the best idea. Maybe I should return back with this idea. I mean, if you continue going with this idea, you're gonna get better results. You're gonna be happy with whatever is gonna happen. So, my dear Scorpio, do not be afraid to continue going up. Do not be afraid to go in the direction you already started going. Yes, you may feel right now lost. You may feel even depressed. You may have an anxiety. You may feel not happy at all with whatever is happening right now. You're kind of in between whatever's happening in your life. But trust me, if you continue going in this direction, you are gonna be happy with the result. You're gonna be satisfied with whatever is gonna happen here. You've been going up for quite some time. You put so much effort, you put so much energy into this, and do not quit. My advice for you, do not quit. Continue going up. If you decided something, continue going. Do not change your direction. Do not. You are moving in the right direction. It's kind of my also second main idea, that you are moving in the right direction. You are doing everything right. You just need this extra push to continue going up. But I'm going to be your push. I am pushing you to continue going up. Do not be afraid of anything, okay? Next one we have Sagittarius. And for Sagittarius, we have 7 Pentacles. And 7 Pentacles and all Pentacles, majority of them are related to career, are related to finances. And this 7 Pentacles, they are about work and feeling like not very satisfied with your work, feeling not happy with whatever you're doing. It's kind of a pause. And it's a pause to think about your job. Do you feel happy with your job? Do you feel satisfied with whatever you're doing? Do you like it? Do you like the salary? Do you like your responsibilities? Do you like the atmosphere? Do you like the people? How in general you feel about whatever you are doing in your life? Do you feel happy or not? You may feel already right now like this, that something is wrong with your workplace, something is wrong with whatever you are doing in life, maybe some certain discomfort right now, and that's why you may experience this pause. And you need this pause because it's also the end of the year. It is better to analyze these things this week. It's better to analyze your workplace. It's better to analyze your finances. And in the new year, actually starting it from scratch, starting moving in the new direction. So it's good that you have this card right now. Because you can analyze whatever is happening right now, whatever has happened in this year, and how you feel about your work, how you feel about your career. Maybe it is time to change something. Maybe it is time to move completely in the opposite direction, and it's totally fine. It is more about your feelings. You may feel tired from your work. You may feel like not satisfied with your work, and it's totally okay. This week it is better to take it slow and analyze everything. Analyze how you feel, and maybe the week later actually start acting and moving with a different attitude, with a different behavior and emotions and intention in your new year, in your new maybe workplace. So that's why this week you may have to do the things you don't really like doing, but you kind of have to do it. Just do them right now. Do them, and at the same time analyze your career and analyze whatever you're doing in life. Why it's hard for you to do that, why you don't like doing that, why you don't feel happy doing some responsibilities and some kind of tasks and job. It is better to pause and analyze these things. And just be careful with your physical health, with your mental health. Do not overwork, and please take care of yourself, okay? Why this week it is better to pause, do all the tasks, and then analyze your job. If you want to change it, it is time potentially to change the things which are happening in your career wise, and whether or not you want to continue moving in this direction. Next one we have Capricorn. For Capricorn we have Ace of Swords. For my dear Capricorn, this week do not be afraid of getting rid of the things you don't really need in your life, getting rid of some people, getting rid of some projects. Swords are always about doing some actions and actually cutting all the unnecessary things in your life and getting rid of some unnecessary things in your life. So this week, do not be afraid of anything. Be very persuasive, be very confident in whatever you're doing. Do not let your emotions take over you. Do not make decisions based on your emotions and feelings. Do make your decisions based on the logic. Logically come up with the strategies, logically come up with some solutions, but do not let your emotions take over you. Do not let your emotions to come up with a decision for you. Let's say you've been having an argument with the person, and on the emotional state, because it's an argument, lots of negative feelings and emotions, you decided to fire this person and not to work with him anymore. But it is better to pause, take some time, and actually logically think about it, logically think about the situations, to analyze everything, either a way to change it, either any ways to change the things, or the person messed everything up and you should actually fire him. So do not make rash decisions based on your emotions. Make them using your logic and come up with this trade analysis and strategies, how you can solve it and how you can deal with whatever happened. And again, as I've said earlier, Zodiac, do not be afraid of the making actions and getting rid of the useless things in your life. I mean, it's the end of the year. It's actually a perfect time to cut all unnecessary things in the last year, in 2021. So you moved in 2022 with new attitudes, with new intentions, with new people, not having this baggage of the old, unnecessary, and useless things in your life. Just get rid of them. You don't need them in 2022. So this week it is perfect time to get rid of all those things and try to analyze and ask yourself, what am I attached to? What are the things or people am I attached to? And how can I get rid of the things I don't need in my life? And it is actually a perfect time to do that. It's perfect time to refresh, to change some things, maybe fire one people, hire another ones. So do not be afraid of this active actions, and do not be afraid to making some decisions this week, but just do not let your emotions make these decisions for you, okay? Next one, we have Aquarius. So what should Aquarius expect in the next week? For Aquarius, we have Knight of Swords. And for Knight of Swords, it's a very active week. So you're gonna spend the end of the year of 2021 being very active and doing lots of things. I guess for you it's gonna be pretty chaotic this week. Lots of things to consider, lots of things to take care of. So do not be afraid of that this week. It is actually more about actions, going and doing the things. So do not be passive, and clearly know and state of the beginning of the week things you have to do. Clearly set for yourself the end goal, so you know in which direction you are riding this horse like crazy. So you know your end goal, so you set it up and you're moving in this direction, and you are speeding up and achieving all the things. The key idea here is that sometimes as you are so fast, you're moving in this specific direction so fast, you may miss some little things around you, but they are important. So yes, act very quick, be in general very active this week, do everything, but pay attention still to the things around you. First of all, to the people. There might be some people who would need your attention. There might be some little things you need to pay attention to, some little things, but they are important things. So yes, move fast, achieve all your goals. Do not be afraid of anything this week, but again, still pay attention to the people around you, pay attention to the things around you, because it can help you to avoid certain mistakes and can help you to avoid certain problems, because if you miss something, there are gonna be some consequences. It's kind of like a snowball. Yes, you run somewhere, you do the things, you forgot one thing, you don't pay attention to another one. It's kind of a huge snowball is moving after you with all those little things which you had to consider. So pay attention to them as well. So that was for Aquarius for next week. Let's move to the last one. We have Pisces. And for Pisces, we have Three of Pentacles. And so for Three of Pentacles, it is important to work with other people, to collaborate with other people, to work together in a team, potentially maybe in a team of 3 or more, but it's just more about interactions with other, it is more about communications with other. So you're gonna achieve better results when you are connected with others. By actually working in a team, you can achieve better results, better outcomes. Your projects and whatever you're doing this week can be more successful if you are working with somebody else together. You clearly assign all your roles, you clearly assign all your responsibilities, you delegate some stuff maybe if you are a leader of the team, but you can achieve a way better results, and you're gonna be be very surprised and pleased with the outcome when you are working with other people. So do not be afraid to go out and search for people potentially. Do not do everything by yourself. That's kind of the hugest mistake which you can make this week, actually handling all the tasks, handling all the responsibilities by yourself. Let's say you are planning to start a new project or new business and you decided, I'm gonna do everything by myself, I'm gonna start it by myself. It's not a good approach. You can actually do a way better if you invite other people to join you. So the key idea is that other people can help you to achieve your results, which you cannot achieve by yourself and doing this work individually. So when you do that in a team of 3 or more, you can achieve way better things or then you do it by yourself. Also pay attention to little details, especially when you work with other people. You should clearly state who is doing what. Consider all the little details, consider all the little nuances. They are important this week. So be very organized, do not rush things, pay attention to everything. Again, as I've said multiple times, do not be afraid to let other people and invite other people into your projects, because they can help you to fully realize your project. They can help you fully start your project and emerge your project, and you cannot do that by yourself and doing everything by yourself. Okay, so that was it for my weekly tarot forecast. Happy holidays to everyone again, happy new year to everyone, and I'm gonna stay here in 2022, so do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because soon, starting in January 2022, I'm gonna talk more about the year of 2022 and in general for each zodiac sign what you should expect in the year 2022. But again, I'm gonna continue doing my weekly forecast as well, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave your comment below, and thank you again everyone for watching, and I see you in the new year and see you next week. Okay, bye bye.